Good day, everybody. Today I'm here to teach you guys how to recover from the worst attacks. And I'm talking attacks that should have, say, killed millions of troops. Right? I'm talking this is advice that you need for whether you are whether if you are K12, you're K30, if you're K35, doesn't matter. If you have 1 million troops, if you have 50 million troops, this is how to recover and save every single one of your troops that got lost, whether it was by you got your bubble one day. And I am here today to show you shouldn't be scared of all this stuff because there's ways around it that you can prepare, right? If you're prepared well, even the worst attacks, you just laugh. You have fun in this game. I don't want people being zeroed and be thinking, why the hell? Why the hell am I playing this game? Why am I stressing out about this game? Why am I not having fun about this game? I want to quit because it's impossible for me to recover. I'm never going to get that much troops back. Right? I'm making this video right now to prevent that, and this is something most geeks won't teach you because either one, they don't know it, right? Or two, it's something that they don't use because they're too big anyways. Like me, I'm 500 million power on a server with like the second strongest is on my alliance, and the third is by himself, the fourth is by himself, the fifth is in the second biggest alliance, and the seventh is my alliance. It's I'm not going to be rallied. It's not going to happen, right? If it does happen, it's fine. But like big players that are on the server, they don't teach it because they don't need to use it because it's not going to be rallied, so they don't need to be worried about being zeroed. Right? It's not in their mind, or they just don't know it. And I reckon a lot of them actually don't know it, and that's the sad part because everyone that they're teaching, everyone that's leeching off them, absolutely need to know this. Absolutely. Um, knowing this is the difference between making this game hell, making this game fun. Lose 40 million power. It's like, oh, tomorrow, next day, oh, I'm fully healed again. Just farm for like worst case, you don't even have the resources. Just farm for a bit and just do some bosses, and you're fully healed, right? It's not. You might lose your subs, but I mean, you can get them back or whatever. Right? The subs aren't gone from the game. So, all right, let's begin with the content, right? So to start with, right, we're gonna work off obviously the first thing I want everyone to do. I want them to say, check the amount of troops they have. Right, I got a shit ton. I'm not gonna show all mine because I am playing competitively. I am playing competitively in this game, right? But let's just say you have 2 million troops, right? Um, Obviously I can't fit all mine in my hospital. No way in hell. I can't fit all mine in my hospital. I've only got about 1.2, 1.15 somewhere hospital capacity. Um, I can't fit two. What about my holy palace? I can only fit 140,000, right? Um, that's all I can do. Um, so what I got to really focus on, is teach you guys. That's not 2 million troops. So how do I save the rest? Well, I'll show you. I'll show you how. Right? You get say 2 million strong troops. I can fit 1 point. This is say 1.2. I can fit 1.5. Let's just round the numbers around somewhere, right? So I can save 1.35 million troops. Right? That's still 650,000 strong tier troops that I'm not saving. How do I save them? Right? You get zeroed. If you don't know this information, they're dead. There is something called Troop Death, Troop Soul. Right? It's a buff. It's unlocked in your Holy Palace when your Holy Palace reaches level 25. It is super important, and until you get to level 25, you should not be training any excess amount of troops that your hospital and Holy Palace cannot save. None in excess. Absolutely none. Don't forget your siege capacity, but I'm just going to ignore that for now. This is talking about just straight troops. Right, as you can see right now, my troop death, troop soul is about 33%. That's actually reasonably high. A lot of people say around the K25 range might have 15 to 20%. 25 range would have like 15 to 20%. It's impacted by VIP level, it's impacted by your Holy Palace level. Mine's only level 31 right now, I should upgrade that. Alright, so 31 is giving me 17%, 32 is 19%, 33 is 21%. Right? It starts at 10%, but you have things like your VIP level, right? That gives, let's show you guys, troop death and troop soul right there, main city, plus 15%. Right, that's for VIP 16. 15, VIP 14 gives 10%. A lot of people around K25 would be somewhere around VIP 9. So, yeah, 18%. At K25, that's 18% troop death, troop soul. You got to work with the factors for your own individual keep in your own research. And you should be upgrading the research, which you can find in recovery. You can find it. It's actually fairly high level research. I think it unlocks it. K25 for the junior, but I could be wrong. It might be high, it might be K28. Looking at this, I would say it's probably K28. Regardless, just work with your factor when you get to higher levels, then focus on troop death and troop soul on the research when you can. I'm sort of past that. It's hard for me as a trader to go back and check that for you guys. So, what troop death to troop soul does, it saves the highest tier first. Right? So let's say you have off the figures we had before, we had 650,000 troops that would die normally. And these are strong tier troops. Right? 650,000. Right? Troop death to troop soul saves the highest tier troops first. Alright, the highest tier, you want that 650,000 to become those highest tier. Right. The way you can do this is by training T1 troops en masse so that your 650,000 becomes that 33%. T1 troops are very easy and cheap to train. May take you a shit ton of taps, RIP your fingers. But it's part of the game. So 650,000, I want to make that the top 33%, top 1/3, right? So times that by 3, right? That is 650, 1950, 1.95 million troops, right? If my math is wrong, 1.85, 1.95, yeah. If my math is wrong, don't judge me. I'm not here to teach math, right? Yeah, you guys can use calculators or whatnot if you need. So, as you can see, 33%, right? I need a total of 1.95 million troops that will be going to the Holy Palace troop soul section, right, to die. And 33% of that will be saved, right? And if you have, say, that 1.3 million T1 troops, which is 1.95 minus 650,000, right? Then you will actually force the Holy Palace to save that 650,000 troops, and yeah, voila, you would end up with 1.3 million dead T1, but that is not much of an issue. A million T1 might cost, say, 80 million, 160 million resources, something like that. Like that is it is a bit of a loss, right? That's saving, right? That for that same scenario before, that 1 million T1 could save 500,000 T13, right? So a million T1 we can calculate roughly to be about 80 million, say, food and 80 million wood, right? If we were looking at, yeah, 80 million food and 80 million wood if we're looking at T1 mounted, right? Which isn't, it's a lot, but you can just farm that up again. It's pretty easy. But it's nothing compared to, say, if you were to lose 100,000, right? T13. 100,000 T13, that's going to cost you 1.5 billion resources. Now, if you're wasting, say, a million T1 to save 15 billion resources, well, I'd make that trade any day, right? And I'd always rather heal than just train new troops. Alright, so that is how you save your troops from dying if you got zeroed, right? You need to offset the strong troop deaths with T1 deaths, and you got to keep that in proportion to the strong tier troops you actually have. So next important thing, and this is extremely important. I don't want anyone to miss this part. If you left the video before this point, GG, because this is going to save you a shit ton of resources as well. Now, a lot of people don't know how to actually reduce your troop healing cost. Right? They run around, they get zeroed. I've seen K25s beat out, simply losing all their power, and they, like, I need 150 million or to heal my army of, say, 200,000 T10. And I'm like, what the? Yeah, it's ridiculous, but people aren't teaching some things. They need to know it. This is why I'm here. So obviously, everyone thinks medicine. You look in the medicine section. However, there's one important set of research that you need to do. Right. So the defense tab. Scroll down about 2/3 down. You'll see this tab. Right. Now, 70% healing cost reduction. That is insane. So if it's already costing 900 million resources, you're already down to 30 million resources. That just saved you 70 million resources. Right. And you can save even more. Right. Healing speed, that's important to medicine, medical power. That's extremely important. People don't look here for hospital size capacity, but that's one of the best ones, and it's one of the lowest, easiest ones to actually level up to max. The ones in the medicine tab are usually quite expensive, and the early ones aren't percent based. So absolutely, this one is a must. Most of the research up here, rocks and the traps and all that sort of stuff. Don't worry about it too much. It's not so important. The main thing you want in this section is defending troop stats, which is mine's pretty maxed, as you can see. So looking back at that, that's a minus 70% healing cost reduction. Additionally, right, it is 100% worth spending. Let's say even if you have to spend the 2,000, even if you have to spend the 2,000 gems, even if you have to spend the 2,000 gems to reset your monarch cell, right, to go on a path that gets you healing cost, right? Super important. The reason why that's super important, right, is because that 20%, the healing cost reduction in the monarch talent gives, stacks onto that 70% to become 90%. So If let's say it costs you 100 million resources to recover, healing costs research will make it 70 million, and this one will make it 10 million. Be 1/3 the cost. Having this active is extremely important. Okay, so um, with those active, the other important thing to do is if you're about to heal, make sure you have your medicine crown equipped. It helps. Have it as high level as possible. Mine should be level 7 by now. I've been a little bit lazy. So all of these combined means you can take a hit and you can survive. Okay, I will be releasing a more advanced version of this for the Patreon users. This will actually describe how to attack and save every single one of your troops. It'll go into a lot more detail, and it will be something very important because essentially what I'll teach you in that video is I'll teach you how to attack and save every single one of your troops, even if you lose the attack. And I mean, sending a march a lot stronger, a lot higher than your Holy Palace. And same thing again, you'll lose T1s, but that's okay. But I'm talking even potentially without sending any T1s. I can teach you how to attack and not take a single dead troop. That's the next video on Patreon. I hope you guys subscribe to that. If you like this video and you want to see more of my content, please subscribe. It will help me out. I'm a brand new channel and I need the subscribers, I need the viewers, I need the likes. Every single one of them helps. Thank you very much. Please remember, this is a game. Have fun, right? This is why I'm teaching this to you. This is usually something that I could have added to my Patreon, but I want every single server to grow. I don't want people leaving the game. It's a good game. I don't want people leaving just because the bigger guys in the server don't teach you this stuff, right? It's holding back your growth. It's holding back their growth. It's holding back everyone, and that's just sad. It makes you live in fear of needing to bubble up. It makes you just continuously, every time you get hit, you feel like, why are you playing? And that's not right. You're playing to have fun, right? And even if you're in a bubble or burn server, right? Let's say if you follow all this advice, you can go play to your heart's content. You can have fun. And the next day, act like nothing happened. That is how a war game should be, right? Now, this is all strategy, right? This is not just blind playing and it's not just all blind playing. It's all strategy, and it is an absolute must for you guys to use it, implement it, and use the growth. Thank you very much.